Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel, or hey, if you're new, thanks for stopping by, checking out the channel. Um, so every year I kind of tend to make it a tradition where I talk about the Grammy Awards nominations. Um, I kind of really only focus on the rock and the metal nominations because those are the genres that I mainly listen to, and those are the ones that I really care about. I mean, care about is a kind of a stretch because ultimately it doesn't really affect like anybody that much. But like, it's kind of neat to see. It's cool to see bands that you like get nominated for awards, even if in the long run they don't really mean a whole lot. But yeah, I figured I have the Grammys website pulled up here. We'll quickly run through what's going on here, and yeah, we'll just talk about it from there. So, kind of scrolling through the list, you kind of go through all the regular stuff. It's like all the pop artists and all this stuff, all these albums and songs that I've probably never heard or that I don't really care. Like best new artist, I recognize like three of these people's names. Like like I know who Addison Rae is because she's a TikTok star, even though I don't watch TikTok, and I know who Somber is because he's weird. Um, And I know Alex Warren because that song Ordinary is like super duper popular for some reason. I don't understand that. But we're not here to talk about the pop artists and the rappers and all that stuff. I want to talk about the heavy stuff that comes out. So, okay, here we go. Fill 2 Rock, Metal, and Alternative Music. So, for Best Rock Performance, we've got up You Should Not Be Doing That by Amel and the Sniffers, The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park, Never Enough by Turnstile, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, by Haley Williams of Paramore, obviously, and Changes live from Villa Park from Back to the Beginning by Youngblood featuring Nuno Betancourt, Frank Bella from Anthrax, Adam Wakeman, and Two from Sleep Token. Honestly, best rock performance, if I had to guess who would win, it would probably be Youngblood. But honestly, I'd be cool if either Youngblood or Linkin Park won. I don't know Amel and the Sniffers. I don't know the Haley Williams song. I know I've heard that Turnstile song, but I think I only watched it, listened to it like once because the music video came out. I was like, hey, you know what? I might as well try it. I'm not a huge Turnstile fan, but like, hey, I'll check it out, right? So yeah, if Linkin Park or Youngblood wins, I'm cool with either of those. I think those are perfectly fine choices for nominations in this category. Best metal performance. This is the one I care about the most. So for this, we've got Night Terror by Dream Theater, Lacrima by Ghost, Emergence by Sleep Token, Soft Spine by Spirit Box, if I can speak, and Birds by Turnstile. Now, I've heard all these songs. I'm pretty familiar with all these songs. Um, this is one of those years where, and last year was kind of like this too, where I would be okay if any of these won. I mean, I think it's cool to see Sleep Token get nominated finally because they completely skipped out. Because Grammys completely skipped out on Sleep Token um, for Take Me Back to Eden. But that could also just be because they were on a smaller label at the time and the label just didn't submit it. Who knows? But we're here. I mean, it's going to make a lot of metal uh, snobs cry and piss their pants because Sleep Token's on here. But I don't really care. I think they have heavy enough parts in their music to where they can be considered at least a metal adjacent band. So I'm okay with them being here. Um, I will say it would be really weird to see Spirit Box not win because they've been nominated like every single year for the past like 2 or 3 years. And because yeah, they got nominated last year for Cellar Door, I think it was, and then the year before that they got nominated for Jade, and they didn't win either of those times. So it would be really, really weird to have Spirit Box be nominated a third year in a row, but still not win. I think that'd be kind of crazy. But as to my guess of who would win, if it's not Spirit Box, my guess is that it'll probably be Ghost or Dream Theater, just because Dream Theater won in 2020. It was the 2022 awards, but they got nominated in 2021 for the song "The Alien." And honestly, Night Terror is a really good song. I do like that one. Um, so if Dream Theater does win again, I'm cool with it. But if it's not them, I mean, Ghost or Sleep Token, those would both be cool picks as well. The, I'm not as big of a fan as the Turnstile song. I think Birds is a good song, but like Grammy winning over above Ghost or Dream Theater or Sleep Token or Spirit Box, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. But aside from Turnstile, I would be okay with any of these winning. I think it'd be really cool. And so now we got Best Rock Song. As Alive as You Need Me to Be by Nine Inch Nails, Caramel by Sleep Token, Glum by Hayley Williams, Never Enough by Turnstile, and Zombie by Youngblood. Um, I'll be honest, the only songs that I'd be I haven't heard the Hayley Williams or the Youngblood song. Again, the Turnstile one I only heard one time, so I'm not as familiar with that one. So honestly, I would be fine with either Nine Inch Nails or Sleep Token winning. My guess is that it'll be Nine Inch Nails that'll win because they're far more popular than Sleep Token. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see, right? But again, either of these two, I would be okay with them winning. These ones, I could kind of take it or leave it, honestly. Now, for Best Rock Album, we have got Private Music by Deftones, I Quit by Haim, Haim. I can't say I've ever heard of that band before, so I have no clue. From Zero by Linkin Park, Never Enough by Turnstile, and Idols by Youngblood. Honestly, Turnstile's getting a hell of a sweep here for nominations. That's kind of wild. They've been nominated in every single category. So it kind of lends me to believe that they will win at least one of those. But or at least somebody on the Grammy board really loves Turnstile. So of these, Deftones is the obvious choice for me. It's Linkin Park's the only other one that I've heard, and I thought the Linkin Park album from last year was just okay. Like I thought like half the tracks were really cool, and then the other half of the tracks were just like kind of okay or fine. But I really like the new Deftones, and it'll probably show up in my personal favorite albums of the year list. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards that. We'll have to see though. It'd be fine if Linkin Park won, but I want Deftones to win. And then Best Alternative Music Performance. I don't think I've ever heard any of these songs, so I don't really have any commentary on those. So thank you all for checking out the list with me, seeing what's happening. But I won't keep you long at all. Well, I kept you way longer than I anticipated, but I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that comes out. Peace.